like you to look at the door and knowing that this is the door where you're going to be going in and meeting your higher self and your guides of the light. And what does it say on that door? Is anything written there, Cindy?
It just says, hello.
I'd like you to just look for the door handle or how the door opens. And if you touch that handle or that opening, feel it against your fingertips. And open the door and walk into this room. It will be a well-lit room. And as you go in, your higher self is standing right there to meet you. She looks really happy to see you here, welcoming you in her loving way. And you reach out and either take her hands or embrace her, whatever feels natural. And look into her eyes. And you might ask her if she's able at this time to clarify her name for you so that you'll know what to call her. Did she give you a name?
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
Sierra.
Sierra. Oh, that's nice. Well, we're happy to be with you today, Sierra, on this little journey of healing with Cindy. And as we're standing there with Sierra, you notice the sound of gentle footsteps. And you turn in the direction of the footsteps and you see Maya coming toward you. And you greet Maya in a way that feels comfortable. And just take a moment to connect with her now. You can ask if she has any message for you today, if you'd like. You can relay that when you're ready.
She says that there's nothing to fear in here.
And would you ask Maya if she's with the light?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We hear now the footsteps again. And we see the being that is called Bearhawk approaching. And you're open to receive Bearhawk. Is Bearhawk a male? And welcome him and greet him. And ask him if he's of the light. if you'd like to ask him if he has any message for you today.
He's glad that he came. And he knew I wouldn't leave him in peace. It's a joke.
Welcome, Bearhawk, today. And I'd like you now to make a circle holding hands with your guides and your higher self. And as you feel their hands connecting with yours, I'd like you to just let the energy run between you. Love and the light. That confidence that they bring with them. And as you're holding hands, you're just aligning with the purpose for this journey today, which is to find the source of blockages to trust and intimacy in your life. To heal those blockages and thereby create space in your life now for a deepening of trust and intimacy with your loved ones. And as you hold hands with these beings, you can just feel an alignment happening between you. An alignment to serving this greater purpose today together. In a way that would truly serve your highest good. Do you feel in alignment with him with that purpose? Good. With a gentle squeeze of the hands. And to let go now. And one of your guides or your higher self will step forward as the leader on this journey. And let me know who that is.
See.
Okay. Beloved Sierra, we would like you to lead the way now out into the hallway again. And down to the end of the hallway where the exit door is. That exit door leads off into a time tunnel and a dimensional tunnel. And through that exit door you can enter into different dimensions. You can enter into other time frames. And it's a tunnel made of spiraling light that when you step into it, you find yourself just very gently carried to that place where you need to go. And when you're in the right time frame, it will be as if you and the guides just gently descend downward from the tunnel. And you'll be viewing a past scene. And let me know when you're at the exit door.
There.
Okay. And as Sierra opens the door, all of you file into the end of the tunnel. You'll be standing on a little platform here before you enter the time tunnel. And Sierra taking your left hand and one of the others on your right, you all join hands and you step off into that time tunnel together now. To find that source of blockage to trust and intimacy, the time in the past, wherever it is. And you can report what's happening, or if you want to wait until you're down in the time sequence, just let me know what's happening for you when you're ready.
the first thing I see is just a baby and a little girl in a crib still.
Is it you?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm scared.
In this space, Cindy, you'll be able to see things that you might not see in your normal life. For instance, if there were entities or psychic energies, or maybe just the fear of the emptiness, But you'll be able to see on all levels at this place of what the child is afraid of. So just be there close to the child and tune into her thoughts and feelings. You can even become the baby for a moment again if you want. And see what she's feeling.
Smells. Like old whiskey or something. Like detox. Yeah.
Did your mother drink?
Dad.
Your dad did?
Yeah. But my feet are sticking out of the crib. And I'm scared. I'm sleeping and I'm scared. And I wake up screaming because people are eating my feet. And I don't see anybody coming to help. I don't see anybody.
It sounds like you were caught in an astral place where there were astral beings around. Does that feel true? That there were entities there?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like you to ask if Bearhawk and Maya and Sierra, if one or all of them would like to move now around this little baby and help separate out those astral beings and move them away from her so they can't be at her feet anymore. Is it helping the baby relax? And let's follow the scene and see what happens. Let's just stay with the baby and see who comes to her. Can you see the room she's in?
With my mom and dad.
It's at their house?
Yeah. It's a really little house.
How's the baby dressed?
A sack, like a sack, pajamas, with the tie on the end.
Is she warm and comfortable?
Mm-mm.
No. Her body's cold?
Mm-hmm. My feet were out of the crib. I see him sleeping.
The baby's sleeping, but the body's going through fear. Is that right?
My parents are sleeping.
The parents are sleeping.
They're drunk.
And they don't wake up when you cry. So the baby's just lying there crying. Can you feel what the baby's feeling as it wakes up cold and these astral beings have been around and it wants some comfort and some safety and reassurance? see if you can adjust your vision in that room to see where the baby's guardian angel is. Every being who exists has a being who serves the function of guardian angel. See if you can tell where that being is. If it's been disconnected from the baby somehow.
Seems like he's way in a corner in the ceiling almost.
Mm-hmm. It's a male angel?
Mm-hmm.
Would you ask him his name?
Simon.
Okay. And ask him if he's of the light. Okay. Now, one thing, and you can just kind of check in with Simon as I'm saying this to make sure that he agrees that I'm telling you the truth or not, or he may have some slightly different function, but my understanding is that guardian angels are there to protect the being against anything happening that's not in their soul's plan for the lifetime. But they won't stop things from happening, even if they're painful, if it's something the person came to learn from. Would you just ask him if that feels true of his function, and if you'd like to expand on that any?
Mm-hmm. He believes that.
Yeah. Would you ask him, while you're there in the room with this baby and the parent, is your mother drunk too?
I think so.
Yeah. Would you ask him what was the purpose for this baby being born into this family? What were the lessons you needed to learn, the karma you needed to balance? Why did you choose these parents? Why are you there? And he can either tell you, or he may even take you back to the plane of conception when you're choosing and anchoring into the parents and let you experience it. Either way will work.
He says that something about understanding, moving on if needs aren't met.
Uh-huh.
But leave it behind.
Uh-huh. So maybe you've had a tendency in other lifetimes to end up in really bad situations, but not feel like you have the right to leave them.
Mm-hmm. Even this time, there were some. And to know that love is inside, not outside.
Yeah.
And ironic, he said. He's weird. Ironic. The more love you have, the more there is outside.
Yeah. The more love you have inside, the more you magnetize it to you. The more fear you have inside, the more you magnetize the things you're afraid of to you. It's the law of magnetism.
That's what I mean.
Yes.
Like the panic. That's what I mean.
Yeah. So let's go back to that baby again and look at her lying in the crib crying and no one hearing her. Would you ask either Simon or your higher self if it's appropriate now for that baby to be taken out of that place with the mother and father and given new parents, beings who are of the light? Have you met your new inner parents before, Cindy? Okay. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you and Simon together to go and kind of pick the baby up so you're holding it together and you can feel safe. And then when the baby seems to relax, feeling Simon's familiar touch, I'd like you to take the baby into your arms. And just hold it. And tell her she's never going to have to be afraid again. I'd like you to actually speak out loud to that baby as you hold her. Anything you want to say to her.
Oh, I think she's the chubbiest little thing I've ever seen. Blue eyes. I'm just glad I could be here to do this.
Tell her that she's going to go now and meet her spirit parents. Those beings of light whose total purpose is to love her and guiding her into being the holy being that she is. Let her know she's going to be totally loved and safe there, and she's going to learn how to build that love and that sense of deservingness in herself where she can magnetize that to her. And then take her in your arms, and the guardian angel, your higher self, Sierra, and Maya and Bearhawk will all surround you, and they'll just kind of lift you up from this room. And they're going to bring you to like a front, to the doorway of a house. And it'll be exactly the kind of house that that little one would like to have lived in. And let me know when you're there at the front door. And you're going to knock on the door, ring the doorbell, and there'll be a man and a woman both who will come and answer the door. They may be spirits that you recognize, like some people have Mary and Joseph as their inner parents, or Kuan Yin and Merlin, and some people have people with names like Bill and Josie. There's beings who are working for you, the ones that your baby will most relate to, who live the light. Is the door open now?
Mm-hmm. I've met him before.
Oh, you have?
I didn't know that, though.
Oh, how sweet. We all do know these beings, but sometimes we haven't consciously brought it through. I'd like you to ask the woman to step forward to tell you her name.
Her name is Emma.
Emma. And ask Emma if she's of the light.
Mm-hmm.
And if she is the true spiritual mother for you as a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ask her why she wants to be this baby's mother.
There's something special here.
And then as the father steps forward asking his name.
Andrew.
Andrew, and is he the light?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And ask him why he wants to be the baby's father.
He has been before?
Yes. Good. I'd like you to go in the house, but I'd like you to continue holding the baby just a little longer. And you should go into an area, maybe like a living room or a sitting area, and just look and see what the house looks like. What kind of house is it?
Plain, nice, clean.
Is it a two-story house or a one-story house?
Just one.
And go ahead and find a comfortable sitting place. And as you feel, just be there in the room. If Emma and Andrew have anything they'd like to tell you about their plans for the baby, or if there's anything you'd like to ask them right now, you can do that and you can convey it to me when you're ready.
They're just really glad the time came. Because she's been cold for a long time.
Yeah. Can you feel their love for her?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'd like you to look at this little baby in your arms. And I'd like you to take a deep, deep breath and become the baby. With the breath, you're going to remove yourself from your body. But you'll still be there sitting on the couch or wherever you are. And become the little baby. And then I'd like you to hand that baby over. You are the baby, but the baby's now going to be handed to the new mother and father. I wanted you to feel as the baby a connection with you. feel how as they hold you, more of your consciousness starts to come in the body than was there before.
Mm-hmm.
And how much of you really got born into that body because it wasn't a safe place. And as you're in that baby's body, just allow your consciousness to bring in more and more of your own spirit into that place. And feel the deep connection in your heart with the mother and with the father. And as the baby, you can feel where your umbilical cord has been, that there's still an umbilical cord made of light to the other mother. Like you ask now if your higher self will come and just disconnect that old psychic umbilical to your physical mother. And then just breathe and receive a new umbilical cord of light to this spiritual mother named Emma. Allow yourself to breathe and feel that bonding coming into your little body.
I just feel things differently.
Mm-hmm.
Like something left. Like a burden or feeling or something. Not that anybody was to me. But I all of a sudden just felt especially from Andrew, I felt like he's just playful and dances and talks about being what you want to be. They dance, they clap, they make you feel mischievous.
Like fun parents. Mm-hmm. Just stay with them and experience being with them for a while with that baby. And if you're in an experience, you can just be silent, and anything you want to share about it, you can just say hello. Spend some time in the house going through some time with them. At some point, I'd like to ask them to take you to bed with them so you can experience what it's like to fall asleep with them and go into a place of light instead of into all that astral stuff. We're going to show the baby a new place to be safe when she goes to sleep. But for now, just let them lead the way on whatever they want to show you or do with you or say to you, and you can relate as you wish.
Just that Emma likes to bounce me on her knee. And on the very bottom, like the floorboards, they're all mirrors. Since I crawl, they wanted them that low. They're mirrors.
How does that feel?
Good. And they're everywhere. It's real bright. It just feels real warm. We're going to the bedroom now, and there's 2 steps up, and it's the same space, it's just up, and you put carpet on and things like that. Just has a sense of humor. If I fall, that's okay. I'll get back up. But it won't be as hard.
Can you feel his love with it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Bedroom's really pretty. Old wood. Big bed.
Good. For now, at least, it would be nice if you just sleep between them. I would like the baby to fall asleep nursing at the mother's breast. So let's let the baby in his feet for the first time. With the father holding him up over him. And that unity between them. And feel how there's so much nurturing coming from the mother's breast as well as the nourishment of the milk. And let yourself be filled with that. And as they fall asleep there on the bed together, they all 3 can lift out in their spirit bodies, their astral bodies, connected with silver cords into the 3rd chakra. But they'll still have bodies to travel in, but they'll be spirit bodies, the astral bodies. And let them take the baby, not into those lower astral planes where those grungy beings are, that the alcohol and the family tended to hold around you, but into places of 1 have to wander in that astral body with the parents now and just see where they take you. It's the dreamlands that they share with you.
There seems to be paths all over. So you can go anywhere you want. There's trees everywhere. And there's wild animals everywhere. Water. Everything gets along.
Is what's happening now.
Showing me things. Trees, leaves, rocks.
Do you want to ask them if they're in your little astral body if they can take you to meet your totem animal?
There's two there. There's an eagle and a wolf.
And in this place you'll be able to telepathically communicate with these animals. Like you just be here with them and see what you have to share with them. Maybe you'll just feel yourself blending with them for a little while, or maybe they'd like to share something with you. Feel that connection.
The eagle says, the fear is his now. And then he looks over. And that's all he says, and he looks over. And the wolf says, just follow me.
So perhaps the eagle then is the one you can call on when you're feeling fear and to have it lifted. And the wolf will guide you to a new way. And welcome wolf and eagle today in the sacred journey. And if you want, you can just take a moment to welcome parents are ready, they can bring you back to the bed. And little baby can wake up there, unless there's something else they want to share. I'm being told, actually, that they're to take you up to one of the celestial cities and show you the cities of light so that you'll know how to get there. These are places you can go to for high spiritual teachings and for healing. Can I take you there? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I've been here.
You consciously remember it, or you just sense remembering it?
I remember it in a dream.
Mm-hmm. What's it like here?
It reminds me of an old library.
Mm-hmm.
Like a old Victorian library.
Is there other books there?
Mm-hmm.
Is it part of the Akashic Records?
Looks like.
Ask them if it's part of Alexandria or the Akashic Records, or if there's another name for this place. Or is it a school?
It's not the record.
No, I was just told it was a school.
Mm-hmm.
A school where people who are initiates on the spiritual path go for study and learning.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's a place that you can go now if you want before you go to sleep. You can ask to be taken there and ask for one of the guides from the City of Light to help you with your spiritual studies when you go there. And you can ask to remember whatever is appropriate for you to when you awaken. Is there anything in particular they'd like you to know that is important for your next stages on your path now?